I'm Matt.
Hey, I'm Bianca.
And we're from EverybodySwing.com. And we are enjoying this actually pretty darn good weather happening in Jamaica. It's like, for the first few days we were here, we're like, we just have to find a spot in the shade somewhere because it's so hot to do interviews. And we're like sweating profusely, and you had like boob sweat going on.
Thanks for sharing that.
So much boob sweat, so much boob sweat.
That's rude. Don't talk about my boob sweat. What is wrong with you?
Oh no, it's very sexy boob sweat.
That is not sexy. And I don't know what it is.
Boob sweat is sexy. Anything with the word boob in it is sexy.
Guys don't think it is. We think it's not.
Right?
It's not.
It's not. It's not. I don't even get that when I work out. Like, I don't know what the deal is here, but like, I got off the bus when we got here,
and you're like, every girl has that line.
And I was just like, oh, that's
Yeah.
so gross. It's gone now because the sun is better now.
Yeah,
That's okay. That means you got some boobs.
That's
right.
right.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
Is it gone?
Okay. So we are sitting here talking today to Kyle and Becca, and in case you hadn't noticed already, they have some sort of accents going on. From
So I hear. I don't know what y'all talking about. I hear nothing.
Oh my God, that's so sexy. Us West Coast people, we just have no accents at all. We just say "dude" and "awesome" a lot. Other than that, so it's like whenever we hear people from the South, we're like, just keep talking, just like say.
You just want to hear our Southern drawl. It's just so sexy.
I'm just gonna
It is
clean up this
actually one
slide.
of his favorites.
Oh, Southern drawl, shit, yeah. I don't know, they just sound so polite.
With our sweet tea and mint juleps.
Oh, fuck yeah, okay.
You love sweet tea, too.
I'm just gonna...
I still know what a mint julep is.
Oh, they're good.
I've never had
them.
one.
Yeah, they're good.
Is it a plant?
I've had a.
No, it's a
I had a
drink.
mojito.
Mojitos are good, too, but mint juleps, I think those are made with bourbon. And then they get the mint, and then
And they grind it like
grind
that.
it like that.
Like that.
Like that.
How do you
Like
grind
that,
it?
like that. But yeah, don't their boobs bounce when they do it? Just like,
I did that.
right. Yeah.
Some grindage.
Best interview ever.
Best interview ever. Except their top's going on, but whatever,
We'll fix that later.
So you guys, let's see. So we met you guys here a few days ago, and as people who are watching this can see, not necessarily people listening to the podcast,
can read.
and can read that you have what's called the Miss Trapeze Atlanta
Sash.
We're off in the south, in the lovely city of Atlanta.
Hotlanta.
Hotlanta.
Yeah, it's funny. I know
It's
very
freaking hot.
I know very little about Atlanta except what comes from like a Futurama episode where where Atlanta ends up like sinking into the ocean and then
I remember that.
That's right. And,
I remember that.
the lost city of Atlanta, and they're like, all Atlanta's famous for it's a Delta hub and there's a Coca-Cola factory.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that Atlanta's famous for.
All right, and you go a little further out, the Big Chicken in Marietta. There's actually a big chicken.
It's
a Kentucky Fried Chicken, and it's a gigantic, like, 3-story chicken.
More than that. It's probably good
But it's
60
like
feet high.
the actual, like,
Wow.
the not a like rock pot, but it's that Kentucky shape, and the beak like does this, and on the maps,
What?
everyone's like, you go to the Big Chicken, you take a right. You go here, you can pass the Big Chicken, and it's down here.
And it's been there since
It's
like
a landmark.
1952 type thing.
Is that like where is that where KFC? No, it was probably Kentucky is where that would KFC would.
But that
come
particular
from.
But that
KFC has been there since
KFC,
like in the 50s.
and they even had one time it was so old, and they were going to tear it down, and they actually had to save the chicken fund, where the community came together to help Kentucky Fried Chicken rebuild it and make it bigger to keep the chicken.
What's funny is like the first time I got there with the Navy, I was stationed there. My friends have been stationed there before, and they're like, well, to get to the base, you go this with it, and when you get to the Big Chicken on the end of the road, turn right. I'm like, a big chicken? He goes, just, you don't know what I'm talking about. I'm like, okay, I'm driving.
Everyone says that. You'll
I get
know.
to the stoplight. I look up. I was like, that's a big fucking chicken.
That's the
damn!
chicken.
I gotta turn right. I'm like, oh, that's a big chicken. It's a big chicken. That's what everybody calls it.
Right. So you're from Atlanta. So you are representing Miss Trapeze in the.
From the Atlanta, because there's a Fort Lauderdale contestant here tonight.
Right. You have two
also,
trapeze.
Trap has two.
Okay.
So the Atlanta branch.
The Atlanta branch.
the Atlanta
Okay,
club.
so now that is a club. There's a lot of clubs here that we have really just honestly either never heard of or they're brand new or whatever it might be, or we just haven't been to. But Trapeze is in Atlanta is a very, very famous lifestyle resort. Club. Sorry, I say resort because
we're here.
I'm in resort.
I'm resort
brain
mode
right now. Yeah, it's like everything's a resort. I just want people to sleep on me. Atlanta. Tell us about the club.
We've been going there for about 5 years.
5 years, yeah, at least. Yeah.
And they've remodeled it a couple times even since that time. Each time getting a little nicer, which was nice to begin with. But now it's like super nice. So if you're wanting a not in the least way sleazy. I mean, this is upper class, high styling Atlanta posh club. But the great thing about it is it's that way up front. I mean, it's clothing up front. Then you go to the back, and it's towels, lingerie only. So everyone is on an even keel, even playing field.
Oh, so lingerie's okay, though.
Lingerie's okay.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
See, I thought it was towels or naked only.
Yep.
And I'm like,
You have lingerie.
eh.
Yep, or girls can have lingerie, which we've seen all various shapes, sizes.
But guys
of
can't have
That's
lingerie.
awesome.
Well,
You could.
They can, but I decided
What's
not to wear my teddy because it wasn't flattering.
Aw.
The lace got in the way.
Yeah.
You're not wearing the right teddy then.
Apparently not. I'll borrow some of yours later.
All right.
So it's, when you get back there, it's everyone feels equal.
Okay.
So it takes down that barrier of, well, they're more dressed nicer, they look more trendier than we are, or it's everyone. It helps bring down that hesitation to want to walk up and talk to somebody.
That's interesting.
Because they're naked already?
Yeah,
Okay, so
I've never heard it explained like that. That's interesting.
because otherwise you're kind of like, well, they look a little nicer
So-
dressed. It could be a little, but
So you're saying
they're
peop-
towels.
So
You
you're
can walk up
saying
and be like, those are some nice tits. Can I see them, please?
Absolutely. See, because he told me to. That was
yeah,
quick,
you can
though.
totally. You can
That was
totally.
really
bu-
quick.
Well, we had that a lot. That men come up and they're like, "You guys have nice tits, can I?" And that's a good conversation starter, actually.
So yes, I have to point out, out of all these videos we've ever done, we've never shown tits on our videos ever before. But during this video, we will actually show tits on this video. So you have to stay till the
already
end if you want to see
did.
that. You already. Oh.
It was a brief
already
like
been
that.
in there.
Oh, it was a brief.
It was a nip slip.
Oh, it was a
Nip slip.
Oh, okay.
It was
Wardrobe
a wardrobe
malfunction.
Oh well, you
Wardrobe
know what?
malfunction.
I put a black bar over that one that just happened right there.
Or this one.
Okay.
Now you're wasting it.
All right, now they have nothing to look forward to by the end of this interview.
Because
If
it'll
we
be
just-
both of them.
Well,
Maybe like,
how do you know we're
watch
not
for
going to
both
do it
of them.
again?
like if you were,
That's a good point.
I don't
Yeah.
believe that you're going to do it again.
You'll have to wait and see.
All right.
Ah.
All right. Well, I'm putting black bars on those ones so that people have to wait to the end to see the good stuff.
There we go.
Yeah. So keep watching, I swear. Anyway, so back to the towel thing. So you're saying that people are actually going into the back and still having like still socializing?
Oh, yes.
Because at other clubs you have that front area where you're talking, you're at the bar, you're doing
See, the front
whatever
is so
type of thing.
loud because there's all the dance music and you can't talk.
Okay.
That's the big party. You're out there, but you can't. You're like this trying to yell at people.
So when you go in the back, are there facilities to keep the conversation going, like a bar?
There's
and,
yep, because BYOB. So and then when you get ready to go to the back, you're like, move my bottle to whichever bar you want back there.
Okay.
Which you can still move around, whatever. But then there are bar areas. But even with where the bar areas where people congregate, then there's play areas. There's play rooms, and there's different ones, like a more voyeuristic kind of room because there's a big long bench and lots of beds. So you can just watch this big, sit and long watch. Or if you more just want to play while everyone's talking, there's even in the bar area, there's places to play. There's couples rooms, couples only. There's private rooms, so if you want to shut a door, lock a door to keep it still. Even those have glass, one-way glass in between, so you can open up your private room to be able to be seen from the other room or
Right.
not. So both sides have things. Then they also, a newest addition to have is the Diamond Club.
Okay.
Which is the kind of more. It's more effective there a lot. If someone's going to be staying a lot, you might want to do that upgrade because you can upgrade each night or buy a membership.
Okay.
But if you don't live there, membership's not really financially beneficial.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
But back there, then it is still you can have clothes in the Diamond Club area.
Interesting.
But they even there have a bunch of sections, rooms around the main center, which are very, velvet curtains and,
Yeah, no, this is really interesting to me because I had heard about this, a few years ago, specifically at Trapeze in Atlanta, about that whole front room closed, back room towels, and that actually was a turnoff to us in the sense of, she loves undressing, and it's sexy to get undressing in the sexual standpoint, and we're
It
just
does,
like,
but
yeah,
it slows things. It slows down the momentum.
Well, it's interesting because that was always a turnoff for us, where we're like, that just doesn't seem like our thing because we like the clothes and the sexiness of that until things get hot and heavy, and then there you go. However, the way you're describing it now actually changes it into my mind, where it actually reminds me, we used to have house parties a lot, and what we did to get things moving is we would say, okay, the party is at 7 o'clock, all right, you need to be here at our house between 7 and 9 p.m., And that's when the socialization happens. At 9 p.m., lingerie. You know, I mean, it's one of the. And we went to
force yourself to that next step.
We went to a party when we were very early on. It was actually our very first house party we ever went to. They had that rule. They're like, at 9 o'clock, clothes come off, or 9 o'clock lingerie, or something like 9 o'clock lingerie. Every girl changes the lingerie, and we were nervous about that going. That just seems so like
forceful,
forced into like you're going to be having sex. And we're like, but then we saw the people that were hosting it. We're like, yeah, they're attractive enough. Okay, well, and we're still pretty brave.
That's not totally true. I was brave, and we didn't know anybody coming in, and I was very uncomfortable. We were still new in the lifestyle and that, and I was, you know, what if mine's not nice enough or whatever, or it doesn't flatter me? I don't know, like all these stupid girl things that go on in your mind, especially when you're new to it. And so it was difficult for me, and I think I stood there for most of the time, like covered as much as possible until they got me comfortable. But when we've hosted parties and said that, we've never said you have to be in lingerie. It's lingerie welcome at 9 o'clock. And what happens is we've got a few close friends who they're like, is it 9 o'clock yet? Because I want to get this going. And they'll get it going. And I think they were at that party, first party. But they're really good at getting it going and making everybody feel comfortable. And then sure enough, like minutes later, everybody's feeling comfortable and in lingerie or less.
To get to that point in the lingerie, but they're still socializing. They're still drinking. They're still upstairs. They're not in the playroom, anything like that. They're still, but there's the second level that happens where you're like past the fact that I'm dressed all sexy in my man clothes, but now I'm in my sexy underwear or whatever. My sexy
shorts and a tank top.
Yes, just like that. That's what the women
Matt likes to wear the underwear with a panty pack, black socks, and flip-flops.
Socks and flip-flops.
Sandals and socks.
Because, see, the technique, my thought process behind that is every girl wants to get my clothes off as fast as possible. Right?
Or they're just like, stay away from me.
You go over there. We're going to stay here.
I'm going to go over here. I'm going to pretend I don't know you.
That's kind of like, we actually hosted a pajama party at our house one time. It was just regular pajamas. Like, she had a onesie on.
Oh, fun.
Like that. But then it was like, okay. And it was like, okay, about 9-ish or something like that. We're like, okay, if you want to change into your sexy pajamas, whatever it is, more than welcome to. And every woman's like, okay. Never like that. There wasn't any that were like, well, I don't know if I should or not.
But even then,
it wasn't like, okay, you have to change now or anything like that. If you want to, go ahead. If not, stay in what you're wearing.
Yeah. And kind of on that same lines is that whole fact of, okay, well, we're changing into something sexier. It's the same kind of concept there. We're changing all into a towel. You still, when you get to that, you don't have to do anything. You can still talk. You can still socialize. You can still watch. You can still sit in a corner and jerk off, which a lot of guys do.
Can you bring your own towel?
Yes.
Okay, because I see that would be a technique too if you had.
Yes, a lot of guys you can tell they've been there. They have their own. They have their names embroidered. It has pockets on them.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking if you made your towel a conversation starter, that would be ideal. Whatever that might be. In the same way that we've seen guys. I mean, girls are teasy. Girls wear sexy lingerie. Everybody's gawking at them.
Yeah.
But guys, it's definitely harder because they don't have as many sexy options for men. However, they do exist out there, and we used to have house parties where one of our friends, every single time he came to a house party, he had a different thong on. That was a funny thong. That was like, one was an elephant shape, with the trunk coming out of it.
I got one of those.
One was like,
one
was like the French flag, and it was just like, he just had very entertaining thongs, and so every single time people were like excited to go, ooh, what's the new thong this time? And that was
we get your clothes off now and see what you got.
And that was brilliant because it actually, people were excited to obviously get his clothes off to see what that was. Yeah. But when he did, it was a giant conversation starter, and not a lot of people will think about those conversation starters in the lifestyle, and they're so important. I don't know if that was you. It was you I was talking about just yesterday about tattoos, right?
Yeah, that's the conversation starter with me. Yeah.
Tattoos are a phenomenal conversation starter. In fact, 10 minutes after I talked to you about tattoos
Someone
last
walked up
night,
and was like, hey, what's that?
I was thinking about that. Like 10 minutes later after I talked to you, I'm at the bar getting a drink, and a girl comes up to me, and she has a tattoo on her arm of some Irish or Celtic, I don't know how you pronounce it, Celtic symbol on her arm. And I just looked at her and I go, that's an awesome tattoo. What is it? And we got in this big old conversation for like 25 minutes about what tattoos I might get in the future, about what other tattoos she has, which is always a good one.
Where else do you have some?
Can I see them? And it's like the tattoo tricks of like, So it's like, what is this tattoo right here? And I just kind of brush it. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
what's this one?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no, I mean that
Any more anywhere else?
which is is also a great way to.
Or it's more like, I have really bad eyesight. Where's that one again?
Exactly.
Yeah, so I mean, things like that are such important conversation starters, because anything that you can think of to get things, it's not even moving forward, because I definitely see that some couples have problems getting, or a lot of couples have problems to the point of, okay, we've met this couple now, how do we get things to the next level of sex?
Like,
but
I just really want to kiss you or suck on your tit. Can I do that? Or, how do you just say that?
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, that works.
And other couples, or many couples again, have issues with that whole, I want to talk to this couple because they're so attractive, but I don't know what to do. And so I'm just going to look at them, and they're going to look at me, and maybe they won't like the conversation and all that kind of stuff. And that is the one thing, if everybody could get past that, the lifestyle would be so much easier. Because anyone you talk to, and we've said this time and time again, everyone you talk to in lifestyle is awesome. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's almost 99.9% of the time, every conversation you have is going to be interesting, whether you're not attracted to those people or anything like that. It's just everybody's open and fascinating, has a story to tell, and that's just the way to break the ice. Yeah.
Usually it's how you met or how you got in the lifestyle are the two
really
main topics.
Well, you come up with some funny stories about that one.
Well, those are conversation starters, but even before that, like I said, like with the, oh my God, your underwear is awesome, or what is that tattoo?
Yeah.
I had someone once go, it was a guy, we were at dinner, he was like, oh wow, your nails, those are really pretty. I was like, you're noticing my nails? And then later I realized.
Everything in me, you notice my nails.
Those are pretty earrings.
Yeah, that works too.
Yeah.
Look how far down they go.
Yeah, exactly, and that's all.
Bad eyesight like
I know. I didn't closer look.
Well,
yeah,
this is going to be our longest YouTube video as well, because we're just going to let them make out or touch each other for a really long time, and we're just going to sit here and if I need to masturbate, I'll go off camera.
Yeah, no one wants to see that.
I'm not going on camera. I shaved my balls for this.
Shit, I forgot again. God damn it. But once you get to that point of where the guy touched your nails and was like, oh my God, those are so sexy or cute or whatever type of thing, then at that point, then it's that, hi, I'm Matt, by the way. And they say who they are. And then you can get into those conversations of how long you've been in lifestyle, is this your first trip to hedonism, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
I've even had a lot of, I don't know if you've noticed at all, but I wear glitter a lot.
Yeah.
So find it the next morning.
Everywhere.
And hell.
But that's...
I don't even know if Bianca's around. I'm like...
You saw Bianca earlier.
She's here somewhere. I can tell.
But that's because, a lot of... Not that I was thinking about doing that. I just like to wear glitter, and that's kind of like my trademark thing. But
there's a lot of glitter right here.
This is all from last night. It won't come off.
Yeah, you might not be able to see it on screen, but there's a shitload of glitter on her, as there always is.
But a lot of guys have felt comfortable coming up to me saying, "Oh, look at that glitter," and I'll be like, "Do you need some?" I should.
Yes, I do.
I need it all over my face, but I can only get it from breast.
Balls are shaved. It'll be nice with some glitter on it.
Ooh, that'd be pretty.
We'll have to turn the camera for that one.
That's YouTube red.
Gotta be 18 or older for that one.
This is actually this is a good topic because it's such a problem that people have. Heck, we have it sometimes. Where it's just we're standing in a club, but we're just kind of standing there, and we'll see a couple across the thing, across the way, and we're just like, I just don't know how to approach them. And you're looking for something,
because you're like, I want to talk to them, but what
so that's
honey, go over there and trip. Or you're trying to find where do you start.
I mean, I don't know about going up there and tripping, but that in itself, I mean, literally anything like that, it takes two to tango. Yeah. So it is one sense of it takes someone to be wearing the elephant spandex or whatever.
Works.
Or one that has some good tits and just can walk up and be like,
or the glitter, or a fascinating tattoo, or tattoos are permanent.
We've been to clubs where, like our club at Sapphire, people a lot of times bring their own cups, and so like if you bought one that blinks, or you put bling on it, or whatever, then someone has something to be like, oh, that's a cool cup. What are you drinking?
Or you got your
or whatever.
sports team on there, Florida State or whatever like that.
Something to bring up some sort of
okay, well, here's a question for you then. So that's very easy with women. A woman can go up to another woman and go, oh my God, I love your nail polish or your top or
Women
whatever.
are usually the conversation starters in most interactions.
Yeah.
What can guys do in that situation? Yeah, it's good that the guy actually said that about your nails, but that's a little unusual.
That was the only time that's ever happened.
Yeah, right. It's much more difficult for me to go, so I love your underwear. Where did you get that?
Oh, you mean so like a guy starting a conversation with another
guy or with the wife? Because even me saying, oh my God, I love your shoes is a little weird for a guy to say that. Well, whether I mean it or not, it's not the same.
But a guy can say that of, those shoes are really hot, and make sure those definitely accentuate your ass, or...
So that would be okay. Would that be okay for you as a guy if you that was the first thing out of your mouth, you walked up to a girl and you said, wow, those shoes are really sexy.
Actually, I have said that before.
I've had guys say that to me at the club.
Mm-hmm. Or I'll come to him and say,
compliment my outfit.
My wife really loves those. She would really love those. Where did you get those from?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Okay, so yeah, I mean, and so that's good from that perspective, and it's also good from the perspective of the person when you're planning what to wear for the evening.
Somebody notices.
It's like the earrings that you're wearing now. How they're the I can't think of the name of this.
Florida Lee.
Florida
State. Florida State.
Yeah,
You said it a minute ago.
My fault. My bad.
New Orleans.
It's right. One of those things that someone could I could go up to you if I didn't know you at all and say, "Oh, those are awesome earrings. Are you from New Orleans?" And you'd say, "No, I'm from Atlanta." And they're the whole
actually
conversation.
Actually, Falcons fan, but
Saints fan.
Which. Yeah,
exactly.
Football is an easy one too. So all those things.
But I want to stop right there. What you said was a great way to say, I love, your wife's got great shoes. Where'd you get those? Because my wife would look great in those, kind of things. Like that is a little less threatening maybe to the guy, depending on who you're talking to. Because if you don't know them or know anything about them, they might be a little more threatened. By
they might think like, this is a creeper. He's coming to talk to me. But then like, oh, my life, I'm here talking to you. I still have my wife on my mind, so I'm not like really hitting on you,
right?
But kind of am. We're just kind of starting.
Well, I'm just trying to talk to you at this point. Yeah, because
it's not like, oh, you're so hot. It's kind of like puts you on the deep end.
Yet.
Gotta be later.
Okay, like 5 minutes.
I mean, we've definitely talked about that in the past of like trying to compliment them on something they're wearing, but oftentimes that it's either they're like if someone's wearing black shoes, a girl is wearing black shoes, it's like. That's a lie. I mean,
that's not a lie. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? There are some really fucking hot
No. If I say that to a girl, I'm like, okay, let's. I
have 2 pairs of black shoes. I've gotten compliments on both of them.
Let me stop you there for a second.
I'm sorry, you're just wrong.
Bianca, we go to the club, all right, and you're wearing some like smoking hot pink sparkles, things like you go out of your way to wear awesome shoes, like shoes that stand out. Okay. The odds are you're not going to wear black shoes that don't stand out. You're going to wear something that's just like, hey, look at me. It's a shoe
that are sparkly, that stand out.
Okay.
I've got a pair in the room. I'll go get them.
My point being is that you are going to wear shoes that stand out, right?
Some might not have that in their repertoire.
Exactly. And Bianca is one of those people. And a lot of women do, but a lot of women don't.
Yeah.
All right.
Some might not have a whole room full of shoes like I do.
If I come up with Bianca, we come up to another couple, and Bianca's wearing bling shoes, and I see your black shoes that don't really say anything to me,
my wife
and
would
I
love
say,
those.
my wife would love those.
Those don't look like something she would wear.
That's my point. It's like that works sometimes.
So find something else on her. There's got to be. I mean, unless she's totally plain Jane and not like doesn't have anything to compliment, then find another topic.
Then find out why you were attracted to come talk to her in the first place,
right?
And use that.
Yeah.
Or why you were interested.
Boom.
Well,
it's still hard though.
It is.
Well, why you're attracted to them in the first place?
Good answer for it every time.
Well, see, I don't know you at all, and I come up to you and I'm like, you have amazing tits, because that's what I've noticed about you.
So most people notice about her and her butt.
I mean, that's definitely. I mean, sometimes it does work. But, I mean, don't get me wrong. Actually, I have actually gone up to women like if they have like something super cleavagey, and I'm like, hi, I couldn't help but notice your breasts. And it's like, and it's in lifestyle, not at the mall. And
again, these things like
that's why you go to Walmart
club,
right?
These things would work.
But some people, probably including yourself, because you have large breasts, that you will accentuate them in what you're wearing and say, you're basically saying, hey, people, look at my breasts. Yeah. And then in that situation, I mean, you have to play it by ear, but sometimes that actually does work, because it's actually kind of a funny starter if you're not looking creepy or whatever, or, type of thing.
I mean, I've said to one before, I was like, they the whole time, like, man, you have got some great cleavage. Cleavage is awesome. And then they're like, oh, it sure is. Everyone loves cleavage, and the whole conversation starts about cleavage. So, but yeah, the whole creepy vibe thing, yeah.
And even just saying it in a not like you've got some hot fucking tits. I just met you, versus like you're just kidding. I just want to say. You look awesome. Well, that kind of thing. It sound like a compliment.
Okay, so just generically saying you look awesome, would that be so? If you wore something that was super cleavagey, and I or any guy who was not creepy, not trying to be creepy or had that creepy vibe to them, actually was like in a friendly tone. Yeah. That is some amazing cleavage. Or I couldn't help but notice your cleavage. That would be okay to you?
It doesn't. Yeah.
But now that's different than saying, "Shit, I want to rip your top off and just go like this."
Here's the difference, though. You say, "Wow, you've got amazing cleavage," or whatever, but then you'll say, "Thank you."
And then you gotta.
Where does the conversation go? If you can come up with something that's more like we were talking about, like with those are great shoes. Where did you get them, or something else? That helps. No, because it's happened to me. I've been at the club where someone has said, "Wow, that dress looks amazing on you." Thanks. Like there's no secondary. Or he'll say, "Oh my gosh, you've got great boobs." Okay, I've heard that 5 times tonight, but thank you.
Yes, I do. Thank you.
But then it doesn't go anywhere else, and whether they want to keep it going or not, it's they don't necessarily. I mean, it depends on the person,
so that's good.
It's better to come up with.
So ideally, what you're saying is that if I went up to you and I said, "Oh my God, those are amazing fleur-de-lis earrings. Are you a New Orleans fan?
Yeah,
are you from New Orleans?" I complimented you, and then I asked you an open-ended question.
Yes.
Which is, if you don't know an open-ended question, it's a question that can't be answered by a yes or no. So if I say, "Are you?" and I say, "Are you a New Orleans fan?" Okay, that's a closing question. Boy, that was a terrible example.
No.
I'm going to leave now. Thank you.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Where are you from? Where did you get those shoes?
You ask them a question like that, though, and she may say no. But if she just says no, she probably doesn't want to talk to you.
Yeah,
that's more cute.
That's having the reason.
But then she might say, "No, I'm not. I'm actually a whatever," because I blah blah blah, and go on from there. Like that's you're giving at least you're trying. You're throwing something out there, but you're also giving her something for a little give and take.
Which for the women, if someone comes and talks to you, want to talk back.
Yeah.
You got to put forth that effort too of also engaging and progressing the conversation. And
right.
It's not always on the guys.
No.
Oh no,
that's true.
Girls, we gotta do
and since there's
we can look pretty, but we got to do a little more.
And there's definitely a mixture of extroverts and introverts in the lifestyle, and it's like and it's great if you have one and if you have an extrovert and an introvert, that usually works out all right. But wait, which one's the introvert?
If I'm around like a huge crowd of like 60, 50 people or something like that, the military comes out in me because we're trained to like look for exits. We're trained to look at certain people if they're going to be trouble. And I've been there for 20 years, so it's hard to get that out of my head.
Okay.
Where she's out there, she wants, boom, boom, she's bouncing around talking to everybody while I sit back and watch to make sure, okay, I'm not talking to that guy because he's going to be trouble. Stuff like that. But if it's like 10, 12, 15 people, I'm perfectly fine. That doesn't faze me at all.
I don't know, you seemed pretty distracted at the pool yesterday.
Well, that was your fault.
What?
I blame you totally. Totally your fault.
And this week he's actually been doing awesome because he's helping
You have a job.
this week.
I have a job.
Yeah, that's
we're actually here on vacation working.
Yeah, it's a tough life. It's a tough life we all lead to have to come to places like this.
Come to this beautiful island in Jamaica and have to
say,
party
amazing
all night.
White T-shirt contest yesterday.
I know, the whole crawling thing.
That was really hot.
I'll end up with you.
Aww.
Hormones.
Yeah.
So he's been helping being more
productive
and engaging and
productive last night too.
And this is
yes,
it was.
He was.
Yeah, we were just talking about him on the last podcast.
Yeah,
he had 3 women come up to him and just ran. No, 4 women come up. Oh, you were
we
one of them.
We tried a four-way dick suck and it just
didn't work.
So
okay, funny story actually. So
3 is pretty
my
good,
record is 3.
2 on the dick and 1 on the nuts.
My record is 3 women on me at the same. I remember that vividly. I'm like, ooh, 3 triple blowjob. And then you were giving him a triple blowjob, and then the 4th girl came up and was like, "Can I join you guys?" And it just kind of moved out of the way. And I'm like, oh man, I was like, 4 4. That's a rarity, is to be able to try to figure out how to get 4
All ahead, there's not
around.
enough.
I mean,
Not
that's
enough
like,
space.
that's a tough one. So yeah, 4 is it's pretty crowded down there.
Yeah.
So no offense. I mean, your penis size is fine.
Well, we're also at the very edge of the pool too. I
That's
don't want
true.
to fall.
And then like, oh, no, they got too close and they're going to be falling ass into the pool. So
Yeah. So this is your first time at Hedo, right?
yes.
Yeah. Okay. You having a good time? Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. Thanks to Bianca.
Thanks to Bianca.
That's the only
Bianca
way.
does good work. She makes sure that guys have good time and girls have good times too. Yeah.
We'll have a good time later.
Yes, that'll be lovely.
I know.
Okay, it's definitely like so many new experiences and fun things and
I ate seaweed. Boom.
You ate seaweed.
Seaweed.
Oh, but you were the one who
Cooked.
refused the
I mean,
escargot.
I did. I
Yes.
refused the escargot.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, their escargot, meh. Here, I've had good escargot, and so when you go to a
Even
place
body
that has
shots
good
and everything stuck in
escargot,
my
then I'm going to force you to
belly
try
button.
it, and you're going to be like, wow, that's
that
actually
was on
pretty
that
good.
boat.
on the catamaran.
Yeah. I was too far. I couldn't get up there. I just watched.
And yeah, and then it's been work though.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
Yeah.
Fun work. There you go.
That's right.
Fun
I mean, if you can, get to your appointments on time to say, hey, I'm Miss Trapeze Atlanta, and do your dances and do your things and your appointments that you have to get to, and then the other 80% of the time you get to basically sit by the pool naked, drink as much
And
as
talk.
you want,
So
have
That's what they keep
talk.
telling us is the whole thing is why you're here is just talk,
Talk to
which
as
gives
many
me a good
people-
reason of pushing me out of that. I need to talk to people.
And
That's
meet-
right.
Meet new
We-
people and make great friends.
That's right. I mean, we basically met you on the first day or
yeah.
something like that because
Our second day, the first day. I don't know. Doesn't matter.
during the tour,
Sunday?
during the new person tour.
Yeah, Sunday morning.
Person
Yep.
tour.
Because you were contestants, and so we wanted to talk to you, and it's like, and then one thing led to another, and then penises started to enter
know.
vaginas, and then
On the tour.
And
No, wait.
I was like, I bet her neck. Next thing I know, we're in the bushes having sex. That's all it took. Shit.
exactly. So this is a very, very, we're having a phenomenal time.
Absolutely.
We've been on a lot of lifestyle trips, and this is way up there. Hedonism, this is our first time at Hedonism, so we weren't too sure
Yeah.
whether, we were going to have as good a time as on the cruises that we've been on many times that have, 3,000, 4,000 people. The fact that this has 200, 300 people has its own advantages to that.
absolutely, yeah.
Because I can actually, if I want to find you guys, it's actually not that hard to find you guys. We're on a cruise, it's like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm
You'll
not
never
going
see
to
them
find.
again.
If
Yeah.
I run into you,
Yeah,
great.
that's basically what it is.
But or if I know you guys are at karaoke every night at 10, it's like, okay, well then I know where they're at. Other than that, it's pure
Yeah.
luck. Pure luck.
The also good thing is it's big enough of a resort that if you're trying to get away from it, there's plenty of other good things to go to at the same time.
Yeah.
Which we've had to do that too a
that's
couple
true.
times of like,
Yeah.
they're over here, we're going to go over.
Yeah. So, well, that's that advantage on one hand is a disadvantage on another because yes, you will run if you have a negative experience or a creepy guy or whatever it might be. You are going to continue to run into that.
The other thing, it hasn't been that much that here. to be
No,
honest.
but I mean, any lifestyle event, it can happen.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And in places where booze is, where booze is flowing, that can happen. So,
Was that to you or to me? I think that was to you. But
No,
I
no,
did
because you
it.
were flashing.
so yeah, the employees are walking by and driving by occasionally. And they're like, "Well, there's hot girls with boobs. Let's see if we can."
We don't see that every day here.
So, and we're actually.
One of the things I really want to say on that too about being here is being at a time. Because one of the things that the problems we've had about going to a resort is if you just pick a random week and you go that
Yeah,
week,
yes,
you
it's
don't
hit or miss.
know
What kind of a fun party
and you
is
might
gonna
meet
be,
a
or-
really amazing couple and then they leave tomorrow and you don't get to really know them.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll have an experience with them, maybe not. But coming during a week of with a takeover like this, that I think does make the difference because you all come in around the same time and you all leave about the same time. So.
And so you all have that same mindset of, we have a week together to see
Yes.
it as many times as I can have sex with Miss Trapeze Atlanta. I want to have sex with Miss Trapeze Atlanta because I have a full week to just do that again and again and
I have heard
again.
that a few times this week, but that's
Well, of course, the Miss No Swimsuit Contest happens every year, and they have other events going on. So definitely want to check out HedoTakeover.com. That's our website for our event that we're doing every single year in the fall now, and we'd love it if you came and joined us because It's the same type of thing. We're all going to start at the same time, end at the same time, and just everybody's going to know each other. And that's going to be the best. And you can sit and just gawk at Bianca's boobs without a top on.
And you get free glitter
anytime
you want
free glitter.
Which, I know we've been advertising that this entire podcast, that finally, after all these podcasts, Bianca's boobs are going to come out. And not only that, we have a double feature that we have, and another amazing set of F boobs. I asked her and she told me, and I'm like, F boobs.
That's a big sweat, though.
I know, we were just talking about boob sweat. Was that us? I don't know. I've been talking about boob sweat a lot, I think.
It's a conversation.
All right, so I'm going to need you to take off your tops for the rest of this thing. Oh, before we do that, if you want to contact us, you can email us.
info@everybodyswing.com.
info@everybodyswing.com. If you have any questions or comments, you can. Of course, if you're in Seattle, make sure that you check out Club Sapphire. That is the best club in one lifestyle award for the best club in the West. It's phenomenal. Check them out. And, of course, Tom's Trips, and join us next year.
Or Trapeze here in Atlanta.
Yes.
All right. And, okay, take off your tops. Take off your tops. Show those tits. Show those tits.
No, those are boobs.
All right. We'll see you next time. Thanks, guys. Black bars.